So yesterday, my fellow agents, I posted a video at the channel talking about farming for exotics in the game, and as most of you know, Countdown is easily one of the most efficient ways to do so. Now, I received some messages asking me to highlight one of my favorite builds to use in that mode, so that is exactly what I'm going to bring you today. Now, as always, we're going to jump right into the build breakdown, and if you happen to enjoy this, do me a favor and hit that like button. It truly helps the channel out, and if you want to stay up to speed on all things Division, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button as well. Now, as always, we're going to jump right into the details, starting with the specialization. You can see I'm using Gunner, and the main reason for that is because it's going to give me access to the Banshee Pulse, which I do use when we are facing the Hunters at the end of Countdown. Now, it does have a few other benefits as well. And remember, regardless of the specialization you choose, have the proper weapons activated in your weapon skill tree. That way, you're getting that 15% weapon damage bonus regardless of which one you're using. A lot of people forget to do that, so please make sure you activate those weapons, my fellow agents. You do not want to lose out on any weapon damage whatsoever. Now, my primary for this build is the Chameleon. However, you can really use any AR you want. I know a lot of people like to use the Lexington. We have St. Elmo's. It is totally dealer's choice. Now, the reason I'm a real fan of this weapon is because of its talent, Adaptive Instincts. And with that talent, hitting 30 headshots grants 20% crit hit chance and 50% crit hit damage for 45 seconds. Hitting 65 body shots grants 90% weapon damage for 45 seconds as well. And last but not least, hitting 20 leg shots is going to grant 150% reload speed for 45 seconds, and that is an absolute lifetime in this game. Now, for those of you that may not know, you can have all three of these running at the same time, and if you don't know how that works, I will show you at the end of the build breakdown. Now, as far as the secondary and sidearm are concerned, totally once again dealer's choice. And now moving on to the gear itself, you can see we are running 4 Striker, 1 Petrov, 1 Overlord. Starting with the mask, it's the first piece of Striker. We're running 4 so we get all of the gear set bonuses. 2 pieces 15% weapon handling, 3 pieces 15% rate of fire, 4 pieces Striker's Gamble. Weapon hits increase total weapon damage by 0.65%, stacking up to 100 times. However, because we are using the Striker body armor, that's going to increase the stacks from 100 to 200. And on every single piece of gear in this build, I'm doing my best to stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage everywhere I can. That now takes us to the holster, which is the third piece of the Striker gear set. Moving on to the knee pads, we have the Overlord, which are Fox's Prayer. We're using it for the middle attribute, 8% damage to targets out of cover. Again, these are still some of the best knee pads in the game without a doubt. Next, we have the gloves, which are the Contractor's Gloves. We are using those because of that middle attribute, 8% damage to armor. That glove and knee pad combo are still some of the best in the game. Last but not least, we have the Striker backpack, and because we are using that, it is going to increase our weapon damage from 0.65% to 0.9%, and even though they did nerf that with the introduction of Title Update 22, it's still one of the best gear sets in the game. Now, as I said previously, when it comes to my skills, I'm rotating between 2 when I'm running Countdown. Typically, I'm always going to have the Crusader Shield just in case things get sideways in the game, but as far as my secondary skill, I'm going to bounce between the Banshee Pulse and the Assault Drone. Reason for that is because when you're facing Hunters, you do not want to use any hackable skills that could totally murder your squad. So you will notice at the beginning of the gameplay, I do have the Banshee Pulse equipped when we face those first round of Hunters. Then I switch to the Assault Drone. At the very end, I go back to the Banshee Pulse. Hope this video helped you out, my friends, and as always, questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Now, as I promised you at the beginning of the build breakdown, I do want to show you exactly how you can tell when the talents are active on the Chameleon, and as you can see when we are aiming down sights, there are 3 hexagons. You're going to see a clear indication of when these stacks are building up and when the talents are running. As always, please let me know of any other questions you have. Now, most of you know that one of my favorite aspects about putting these build videos together is the family that we have here at the channel. So if you have any tips or tricks you want to pass along to new and returning players, please let me know. On that note, I'm going to leave you with some gameplay footage. However, as always, I do want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel. I sincerely appreciate the privilege of your time. Let me know of any other questions you may have, and as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Great work, Agent. The power plant is stable.
System forward.
When you're ready, send up a flare so Torres can pick you up. Torres sees you. Kilo inbound. Torres is in position.